it's almost as if we've now constructed the ultimate transparent, disciplined form as a species to value each other. And finally, we won't be able to violate our own promises to ourselves. I think when we first got on here, we were talking about Jocko Willink, and Jocko's famous expression is discipline. It's all discipline. It's all.
That's right.
I'm going to show you a picture of me up at 4:34 a.m. doing my workout because I do it every day, and by showing up every day, I don't lie to myself, and I do what I say I'm going to do. Right?
Yes.
And ultimately, I think humans value other humans by doing what they say they're going to do. That's kind of how we celebrate people that are successful. And yet, with our monetary system, we've almost always given ourselves that wiggle room, right? We've sold ourselves our own lie to kind of make up when things don't go so well or give us a little bit of extra. But it's almost like Bitcoin is this disciplined device. And since it's transparent, nobody can cheat on what you say you're going to do. Is that the way you look at this network, as like making sure the best version of ourselves show up every day, or am I taking that too far?
I love that you bring up the term discipline, because that is exactly what gold was historically. Gold was the financial or free market discipline on every organization, including government, right? So if a government was being irresponsible with monetary policy, gold would flow out of its country, right? People would call its bluff, as we described earlier. And this was a check on government tyranny and oppression. And it's also the reason central banking has become what it is. They needed to throw off this yoke of discipline so that they could, again, no human being wants to be under anyone's thumb. That includes a group of human beings called government being under the thumb of gold, right? That was the market's way of exerting force on the government. So the government has invented this intermediate layer called central banking to really throw off this discipline, if you will. So with Bitcoin, we have created an incorruptible money. I think is another, that's maybe the bottom of the rabbit hole. There's a lot of meaning packed into that. And it's this disciplinary force that imposes almost like a hyper responsibility on the individual, because we've laid out, it gives the individual great sovereignty, great power, but the flip side to all that is responsibility. You lose your keys, you're toast. You don't call Bitcoin HQ and get your password reset. There's none of that. It's a bearer asset. You lose your keys, it's as if you buried your gold in the backyard and forgot where you buried it, right?
Yeah.
And that, we need that. We need something to push against. We need something inflexible, right? Just like gravity or anything, there has to be some invariant for us to press our strategy against and build around. Otherwise, if we can bend that rule, then whoever can bend it will bend it, right? To favor themselves and disfavor everyone else. And there's another interesting parallel here in that I mentioned that absolute scarcity. We've never had, again, money is intended to be this marketplace emblem for time. We've never experienced absolute scarcity before Bitcoin, except in time itself. Time is the one thing we cannot produce any more of. None of us, right? So we've always been trying to map money to time.
Right.
And Bitcoin has successfully achieved that. We have an absolutely scarce money mirroring absolutely scarce time. So I think this is like a radically new, super integral substrate on which we scaffold to new echelons of civilization. And this is why I think the digital age, it's something radically transformational that we haven't even conceived of yet.